Assalamu alaikum everyone and welcome to Social Studies class for grade 7. Today inshallah we're going to complete the lesson that we started last session. It was lesson number 15, which is about modern Japan and economic activity. In the previous lesson we learned that, let's use this. Yeah, we learned about import and export and about the economy of the country. We said import are the things that are sold from outside and brought from outside the country, while export are the things that are sold from the country to another one, or let's say the things that are brought from our country to another countries. Now, why these are important? Because if the country is buying more than it's selling things, this what will happen? This will make a trade deficit for the economy. But if the country is selling more than buying, so that means that the country has a trade surplus. And we said then if the country is importing as exporting things, so the country has a trade balance. Let's carry on. There was an activity, we did not finish it. Let's do it together. So, the table will help you compare imports and exports from the UAE to Japan. First step, follow the steps and enter the information into table. Write the value of the imports and exports in column 2. Imports from Japan to UAE, then exports from UAE to Japan. From where I brought those? From the text. Let's go back to the text. We said here UAE bought products from Japan totaling over 6.9 billion. So UAE bought from Japan. So these are imports. So it's 6.9 billion. Let's see the other one. People in Japan bought goods from the UAE totaling more than 18.8. People from Japan bought from UAE, so these are exports. Okay, reset, we wrote them. Now, convert US dollar to Arab Emirates dirhams and write in column 3. Each US dollar equal to 3.67 dirhams. Let's see, we have here 6. Let me write this. We have here, yeah, we have here, let's write it. What are we going to do? We're going to bring the amount of the US dollar. We are going to multiply it with 3.67. So we have here 6.9. We're going to multiply it. Let me search for that. Where is it? Yeah, we're going to multiply it with 3.67. So every UAE dirham, if we want to see how much it is according to the US dollar, we have to multiply it with 3.67. So here's the value, and we have to change it to the UAE dirhams. So this is the value in US dollar, and here is the value. We have to change it to EAD. So what are we going to do? we are going to multiply this with 3.67. If we multiply it, we're going to have 25.323 billion. Here the same. We want to change from USD to AED, multiply it with 3.67, and the result is 68.996 billion UAE dirhams. Okay, let's see. Which is more, the imports or the exports? Which one is more? The export, of course. So if the export is more than the import, so the country has a trade surplus. This means that the country is selling more than buying. This means that the country has enough money, so it has a trade surplus. You're going to have another exercise. It's a homework. I'm going to attach that homework to um, on the you're gonna find it on the Horizon portal. Communicate button. Okay. Now let's shift to the other part of the lesson, transportation in Japan. Okay, Japan is an example, but what they are speaking about, we're going to speak about population density. What's the meaning of density? This means if this place is crowded with people or not. Let's watch this video. It's going to make the lesson easier for you. I wish the sound is clear. Let's watch it.
Created using Powtoon.
So this video explained for us the meaning of population density. So let's read here. Transportation systems that exist in a specific location depend heavily on the land, area, and population and socio-economic condition. Socio means social, economic means related to economy of the people who live in the place. Less densely populated areas, especially areas where people are generally wealthy, what? Tend to have private transport. So, if the place is less crowded than other, of course, and especially if the people were wealthy, they're going to use their private transportation. That means people own and drive their own cars. Densely populated areas, especially those whose people are not wealthy, tend to use mass public transport. So the crowded places, of course, especially if people were poor or not like poor, like let's say normal, they're normal, normal like they're not wealthy and they're not poor, they're in the middle. These people are going to use the what mass or public transportation. Examples would be buses, trains, or subways. Population density is a calculation in which the total population of an area is divided by the total area of the location. The population and land area estimates of 5 different countries are listed. Now we're going to have examples of some countries. So if we want to know the population density in a place, let's say that we want to know, is the UAE a crowded place or not? What are we going to do? We're going to take the total population of the area and divided it by the total area of the location. Let's see. Where is it? Here. So we're going to divide the number of the population. We're going to divide it by the area of the place. So let's start reading. Population in Japan was more than 126.8 million people, while the land area in Japan was about 378 kilometers squared in 2018. How we're going to calculate the population density? We're going to bring, where is the population? Where is it? We're going to divide it by this number which is related to the area. Here is the answer. So population divided by the land area, we're going to have this result, which is population density. So it's 335. What do you think of the other one? Let me use the calculator. To calculate together the rest. Let's see the other one. The other example is France. Land area was approximately 557 and 575,500, while in 2016 population was approximately 67 million. Let's calculate this. Let's take the area, which is 557,500, and divided it by the population, which is 67 million, 6 zeros. Okay. Let's see the answer. The answer is sorry, I divided the area by the population. This is wrong. So we have to divide the population. So divided by the area, which is see the answer. So it's 120. Let's see, is it right? Yeah, that's right. Let's do the other one, which is US. The population in US was 327 million. It has 6 zeros. Show me, is this 6 zeros? Divided by 9 million and 9.8 million. So it has to have 5 zeros. Yeah, here is it. Let's see the answer. The answer is 33. And if you calculate the one for Australia, you're going to find or to see that Australia is the population density in Australia is only what? 3.2. This is too little. Okay, now let's see the answers. Or let's carry on. Okay. Now, in which two countries are people more likely to use personal cars for transport and why? In which two countries are people more likely to use public transport such as buses and trains? Let's see this first. So, if we have, let's see the population density. If it's high, the place is crowded, people are going to use public transportation. But if the population density is low, this means the place is not crowded because people are going to use their personal cars. Okay, so are going to which places people are going to use their personal cars? This means these two places have to have less density. Yeah. So these countries are what? Let me check. This has to be white. This one, yeah. Those countries are what? Personal cars, US and Australia. US and Australia. Let me where is text? Yep, here is it. What about the two countries that people are going to use public transportation? Public transportation, this means that those countries has what? Have what? Less density. And of course, without looking, we know, everyone knows that in Japan, they are usually dependent on what? Public transportation. This is number one. And see, Japan has the most population density comparing to other countries. And what else? Which country also? France. I wish it's clear for you. And this is our lesson for today. So this question and the other question, we're going to have two other examples, and I'm going to attach it for you on the parent portal, Horizon portal, to do it as a homework and to be, and I wish it's um, gonna be easy for you. This is for today. Wish you all the best and see you inshallah in other classes. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.